What's up everybody, my name is Haki. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to capture amazing night time lapses using the Insta360 X4. Today I have 3 shooting scenarios to highlight. First, let's talk about sunrise sunset time lapse. For the camera settings, I use interval mode, PureShot+RAW format, ISO 100, a white balance of 6000, and set the shutter speed to auto to accommodate the drastic changes in brightness during the shoot. The resolution is up to you. 18 megapixel is great for ultra wide perspective, but if you want to crop in for more details, opt for 72 megapixels. For interval timing, 5 to 10 seconds works best for capturing the transitions in sunrise and sunset. Mount the camera on a tripod, press record, and wait for about an hour. The raw images initially look like 2 separate pictures right out of camera. Import the raw images into Insta360 Studio, select all, export them as 360 photos. Once exported, open the files in Lightroom and choose one image for color grading. Increase the saturation, recover blown out highlights and crest shadows, and adjust the hue to your preference. Shooting in RAW allows for this flexibility. Synchronize the settings across all images, export them as JPEGs, and open Premiere Pro. When importing the files, choose Option, check Image Sequence, and select the youngest numbered file to ensure the images are imported in chronological order. Drag the file onto the timeline, render the sequence, and you have your 360 sunset timelapse. Reframe using Insta360 Studio or Premiere Pro plugins, add a slight pan movement for dynamic touch, and enjoy the final result. Moving on to Citylapse, the camera settings are similar, but you might want to slightly lower the white balance and adjust the shutter speed manually as the brightness doesn't change much after sunset. For example, in darker locations like this one, you're gonna have to either increase the ISO or slow down the shutter speed. Since higher ISO can introduce more noise, let's opt for a slower shutter speed of 10 seconds instead. After a 20 minutes interval shoot, we collected 120 raw images. Following the same editing process as before, here is the Citylapse result. If you're curious about creating a hyperlapse like this, we mounted a camera on a tripod in the back seat and drove through the street for 5 minutes. The shutter speed was set to 1 second to capture captivating city light trails. Although the images may appear overexposed initially, shooting in RAW allows us to recover the details in post-production. The last one is Starlapse. Place the camera on a tripod and connect an external battery in case you plan to shoot longer than 3 hours. In such extreme low light conditions, you're gonna have to increase the ISO and exposure time to capture enough light. After some test shots, I found that ISO 800 and the shutter speed of 30 seconds in interval mode provided the best balance between time and image quality. If you have the time, consider decreasing the ISO and increasing the exposure time for an even cleaner image, though this will double the shooting time. The editing process remains the same as in the previous tutorial, so we'll skip over that. If you're interested in creating a startrail timelapse, use the Starlapse mode instead of interval mode. Once shooting is complete, open the image file in the Insta360 mobile app and select Starlapse. All you have to do is wait for the AI to process the image and you're all set. Alright, that's it for today's tutorial. I hope you found it helpful and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one.